Okay, you see this fan in the ceiling? It pulls the hot air out of the garage and takes it into the attic. What we got here, okay, this is an unconventional application. And it can go either way, all right? Exhaust. Whole house fan. You see, the problem with this fan is twofold. One is that we have now a large hole in your ceiling, a hole that has compromised your draft stopping and fire blocking. All right, we want to separate the living space from the garage space, from the attic space, from the living space. So we want to separate all those things. We've created this large hole in your roof. So if a fire starts, the first place fire starts is in the kitchen. There's not a lot we can do about that. Second place fire starter is in the garage. And so we can do something about that. And when we put this hole here, if there's a fire in the garage, there's nothing to keep the fire from using this fan as a chimney. So it'll go right directly from the garage into the attic and spread across your attic in that way. Another thing about this fan, okay, it's not GFCI protected, wasn't required when the home was built. This is an unconventional use of an extension cord to supply power to it, and it's stapled into place. Those are not insulated staples. That is an unconventional power supply to the fan. Now, we're still talking about the fan here for a little bit. I want to step away from the fire blocking for a moment. And when I say that is, well, this fan, okay, when it's in exhaust mode, it can load your attic up with pressure. More pressure. You could fly an airplane with this fan. And so when you get that much positive pressure in your attic, you have more incoming air than you have exhaust, and it becomes unbalanced, and your attic is pressurized. And it forces the attic stuff, okay, dust, mouse dookie, all that stuff gets forced down through these cracks through in here, okay? All that stuff gets forced into your canister lights and your ceilings, pushed down through here. So it really... Now in reverse, with the doors open, you could unload your attic maybe. I'm trying to think of something positive about it. But no, it's going to create too much positive pressure in your attic. It's going to have a negative influence. It's compromised your fire blocking, your draft stopping. So it's done that. Speaking of fire blocking and draft stopping, this ladder, okay, that's plywood. It's not sealed, and it's not going to burn the same as half-inch drywall. Okay, so fire blocking is compromised there. Now, one other thing here. So time for a little inspector theater. Can I come in? Come on in, Mr. Fire. The door's open for you.
Thank you. You always make me feel so warm and welcome.
See, there's nothing to keep, except this door shouldn't be swinging closed on its own accord. It should be swinging closed on its own accord. It should have a spring inside of the door that causes it to close and latch. Okay? Because although there are things in this garage that you may care about, most of the things we care most about are on the other side of the door. Things like our passports, our birth certificates, our income taxes, our wills, things like our jewelry and our art, things like our collectibles, just, friends, family, and pets, not necessarily in that order. So all those things are on the other side of the door. It wasn't required when the house was built. No, it needs a spring. Oh, well, we don't do those in this part. No, it needs a spring. It needs a self-closing spring, and should self-close and self-latch. Well, it's a nuisance when I'm carrying my groceries in, then I gotta have the door every time. I know. That's why I took my spring off. I'm a hypocrite. That's why I took my spring off. But I'm telling you that you should have a spring on this door so that it always closes.